UAVs are flying all over the place, but if you want to go underwater, something like the VideoRay might help. Can you tell us about it?
Sure. It's the VideoRay ROV, remotely operated vehicle. It's a small submersible robotic camera that's tethered to a control panel at the top, the surface, so you have a real-time view of what's going underwater in a very small, compact, and portable, very easy-to-use system.
What are some of the specs? How deep can it go? How long can it run?
Sure. Well, it can go to 300 meters, or around 1,000 feet. It can run as long as there's a willing operator that's awake up top. It's surface powered, so it's standard 110 to 240 universal AC power. When you're running off a vessel, a generator will work just fine, or an inverter from a 12-volt marine battery or the like. So as long as there's a willing operator up top, it can stay under as long as it needs to.
So could you give us a little walk around and show us how this actually operates?
Sure. Well, the most important part of the ROV is the camera. It's what we're doing underwater. We're there to inspect something. So the forward color camera here that tilts 160 degrees up and down, surrounded here by 2 LED lights of variable intensity. So, light areas, dark areas, confined spaces, no problem. We can illuminate that and see what there is to see. The float block here is going to provide buoyancy for the submersible underwater. The skid underneath here is going to give it something to sit on, as well as we can adjust the ballast weight down here to make it neutrally buoyant in water, or trim it out as necessary for the mission at hand. Then we have what makes it move is our thrusters. We have three thrusters, 2 horizontal thrusters here. This is going to control the horizontal motion of the sub. 2 brushless motors here, and propellers. They are counter-rotating, so it'll actually spin right on itself, right on a dime, kind of like a boat. Then we have a vertical thruster here that's going to control the depth of the vehicle, so up, down. A lot of people think it acts like a submarine where there's air ballast involved, but no, it's all powered through our thruster and thruster motors. We have our whip coming out here, and this is going to hook up to the tether, which is the second most important piece of the system. It's going to feed it all the way up to the control panel. So through here we have our copper conductors that are getting power and sending video back from the sub to the surface. Inside we have 3D compass, temperature, leak sensor, water temperature sensor, so we know what's going on with the sub and in the surrounding environment when we're underwater. That's pretty much it. It's extremely simple to maintain. The only thing you have to keep an eye on is where the thruster or the motor shafts come out through the back here, and we have a proprietary seal that's visually inspectable, and you can tell when it's time to change a new one. So other than that, there isn't really much you should need to maintain on the vehicle.
So this looks like a modular design. What can you do with it?
Sure. It's designed like that on purpose. We wanted it very simple, very easy to use. Simplicity and portability, and being able to deploy rapidly are some of our biggest points on this particular system. The modularity concept is because we have such a diverse group of customers that we need to serve, from military and law enforcement, port security, customs and border, to the other end with oil and gas, offshore oil and gas, exploration and maintenance, rig inspection, to universities, scientific types. We do habitat monitoring, fish counting, into nuclear decommissioning sites. Better a robot in that very high pH water than a human. So there's always somebody's coming up with something new to do with a VideoRay, and the way it's designed makes it very easy to accommodate these folks. So we can attach multi-beam sonars, radiation detectors, gripper arms, cutting tools, positioning systems, GPS. We have an autonomous control feature now, which is is almost taking the pilot out of it and making it that much more easy to use. So that design lends itself very well for new products to come in, new companies to come in and manufacture sensors and tools for us.
What's the availability of the system?
The system is very readily available. I think our turnaround time on delivering a system, depending on what's ordered with it, is probably about a week or 2. We move them out of the shop very rapidly. We do about 200 or 300 systems in a given year. To this point now, we're over 3,000 systems sold since our inception in 1999. We are the highest volume underwater remotely operated vehicle manufacturer, just by sheer number of systems that we put out a year and through the life of our company.
What does the base system cost?
Well, it depends. We have an entry-level system that is going to, it's going to have a lower depth rating and the lower-end cameras and stuff like that. It's around $12,000, up into the Pro 4, which is the latest and greatest model, starting at a base price around $40,000, and then you can get as crazy as you want from there with sonars and positioning systems and tools and sensors and things. So
Great. Well, thanks for showing to us.
Sure.